Hi everybody, I apologize for my held hand camera. I don't have much time to shoot this video. I wanted to give a couple of updates about the Battle of Chaeronea or Chaeronea, and I wanted to show how, despite the fact that the Greeks were outnumbered by the Macedonians, the strategy they adopted was to advance in the center line here in order to try to break the Macedonian line. What happened is that we have here a not very well organized Athenian contingent who is now facing the phalanxes of Philip that decided to unstack the double depth phalanxes. Here we still have double depth units which can sum their size, and they managed to, since they moved twice after their first activation, they got several cohesion hits. They routed one unit here and they routed another unit that has been taken off the board. On the right, Alexander, through 2 momentum, managed to advance his cavalry on this side. Now there are basically 2 options. Either this side is going to try to flank the cavalry, but that would open a path here for the heavy cavalry to attack these sides of the Greek army. Or these units here are gonna try to push the phalanxes back as much as they can, considering that they have a favorable cohesion, total cohesion hits. There were no leader casualties. For the Greeks, it is almost impossible to seize momentum because the initiative rating of their leaders is quite low. But in the first turn they had the advantage of issuing line orders, which Macedonians can do. I guess this is it. It's of course interesting the fact that double depth units can unstack, and in this case it's going to be very useful because it will allow these 4 phalanxes here to attack this way and still have 2 in reserve here, and heavy infantry can engage the light infantry here. So far I guess that basically everything will depend on this side. The Macedonians are stronger. On this hand, everything depends on the movement that Alexander will decide to make, whether attacking or whether trying to escape and to find a way through and attack from the rear or the flank these units, incurring of course the risk of being then attacked by the flank by the Greek units here. One of course of the objective is to try, this is the retreat edge of the Greeks, and one thing the Macedonians need to do starting from here is to try to push the units as close as possible to their retreat edge in order to manage to eliminate as many units as possible in the routing phase of the game. Again, wonderful game, wonderful scenario. The constant control of the cohesion hits units receive somehow, if you're not used to, can sound tedious or very mechanical, but this is what this game is about, is actually to understand how these units were composed and how important was to have a certain order in order to perform certain movements. This is all. I'm gonna update later after turn 2 or 3, when I think at that point there will be a much clearer picture of what's going on. Thank you very much for watching.